Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio, and today we've got big news, gigantic news, genuinely big news. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we have the first official news about Evolving Skies. We are a week or so away, couple of weeks, I don't know, from when we actually got the set name and the logo, and we had the confirmed release date in August, but we didn't have a huge amount of information about it. Now, we don't have any images, unfortunately, booster packs, etc., although Pokemon tend to drop this information on a Thursday, so I think it is very likely I'll have an update for you tomorrow. What we do have is a description and a bunch of information, and I'm just going to put this right out there, in a shocking twist that nobody could possibly have predicted. Yeah, Eevee Heroes is in Evolving Skies. Of course Eevee Heroes is in Evolving Skies. Just so we're clear, this isn't me saying after the fact. 2 weeks ago, I made a video called Eevee Heroes will be in Evolving Skies. I'm sure of it. So this isn't me like jumping on the bandwagon. I have been absolutely bullish all the way along because it never made any sense. They literally called the set Evolving Skies. Eevee is the evolution Pokemon, and I'm sorry, maybe, and I've done work for Pokemon in the past, I'm no longer completely unbiased, but Pokemon are pretty good at what they do marketing-wise. There is absolutely no way they call a set Evolving Skies while cutting the evolution Pokemon out of a set. And bearing in mind, this is Sword and Shield 7, it naturally should have the Eevees in. There's no way they're cutting the Eevees from a set that they should have been in to begin with, and then call it Evolving Skies, which is a massive, giant, blinking red light telling us that the Eevees are in the set. So it is now official, Eevee Heroes is part of this set, and honestly, I like to couch my opinions every so often. The lovely Primal Lugia keeps me in check with this. But I have told you all very clearly for the past couple of weeks, there is no chance they're cutting the Eevees out of Evolving Skies. That would make no sense. So here's what we're told. Here is the blurb. Dynamic power on the horizon. Feel the power of the shifting winds and brace for an epic storm as the mighty dragon-type Pokemon make their triumphant return. Rayquaza VMAX leads a surge from on high, and Duraludon VMAX towers above the land in its Gigantamax form, joined by Dragonite V, Noivern V, and more. As the clouds part, Eevees Evolutions appear in a full rainbow of Pokemon V and Pokemon VMAX to signal a bright new day in Pokemon TCG Sword and Shield Evolving Skies. Now, there are a couple of things which we can pull out from this description that are very important. Now, they did actually confirm Rayquaza VMAX, Duraludon VMAX, Dragonite V, and Noivern V. None of that is particularly surprising. Those cards were all shown off with the Japanese reveal that we got this past Friday. So those cards were kind of inevitable, and we shouldn't be terribly surprised that they're in there. They didn't tell us about anything else. What they didn't do, and what they often do with these descriptions, is they name Pokemon Vs or VMAXs we've not seen yet. All they did was name 4 Pokemon that we knew were coming. There's no hints at future Pokemon. And while we're here, it has confirmed, and again, this really shouldn't have needed confirming. There were an awful lot of people that I saw that were drastically overthinking things. The way the sets work is that our set is Japan's set plus the previous A. So Evolving Skies is Sword and Shield 7 for us, so that should be Sword and Shield 7 in Japan, the double set of Skyscraping Perfect and Blue Sky Stream. They're the sets that got revealed on Friday, along with their Sword and Shield 6A Eevee Heroes. Unless something is different, that is what the set should have been. And this is what I've been blurting on in my videos all the way along. And I'm not saying this as some kind of like, I told you so. There was a little bit of that at the beginning, I'm sorry. But seriously, so many people told me I was an idiot for thinking the Eevees were going to be in this set. It's nice to be vindicated. But I'm telling you this for the future. When I make a lot of these predictions, I'm not being some kind of seer into the future. I'm making really obvious predictions based on what we know. I'm just that nerd that looks into this way too closely. Now, the exception for this was Shiny Star V, but you've got to remember that Shiny Star V was not a regular set. It was Sword and Shield 4A, but it was what Japan calls a high-class pack. Different number of cards in the pack, different pull rates, a set for collectors more than players. It was a special set, and they treat them differently. Eevee Heroes wasn't a high-class pack. It was never going to be in anything other than Evolving Skies. When I'm making these predictions, they're usually extremely obvious predictions because, and I taught business for many years, the best indicator of a company's future actions is their past actions. And we know that Pokemon tends to take the Japan set and the A before to chuck in here. These three sets were always going to make up Evolving Skies. That was always going to happen. Now, there's another phrase here which fills me kind of with joy. Eevees Evolutions appear in a full rainbow of Pokemon V and Pokemon V Max. Now, remember, over in Japan, Eevee Heroes did not have all 8 Evolutions as V Maxes. It only had 4. Your Gen 1 Evolutions, your Flareon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Espeon, they were all in a special pack. So when you opened packs of Eevee Heroes, you could only get Umbreon, Sylveon, Leafeon, and Glaceon. The one thing we didn't know was whether these 4 VMAXs were going to be in the set. We could pretty much bet money that the 8 Vs and the other 4 VMAXs were going to be in the set, but not these 4. We don't have confirmation here. However, the fact that it says a full rainbow does make me think they will. Now, we are told here there will be over 200 cards. Incidentally, that makes it a gigantic set. Over 200 cards, not including secret rares. That is frankly absolutely gigantic. Chilling Reign comes in at 198 cards plus secret rares, and this is actually going to be bigger than that. This is going to be one absolutely gigantic set. Incidentally, over 200 means between 200 and 210. It won't be any more than 210. So like with Chilling Reign, they said over 190, and it came in at 198. Now, as it stands at the moment, Vivid Voltage came in at 203 cards, plus secret rares. So this one is going to be maybe on a level with that, maybe slightly higher. Darkness Ablaze came in at 201. Rebel Clash came in at 209. So, honestly, the Sword and Shield sets here have been pretty big. I mean, Sword and Shield itself, the Sword and Shield base set, that came in at 216 plus secret rares. So this won't have as many cards as that, but it probably will have more secret rares, because we've got a double set and a mini set, whereas Sword and Shield was just made of a double set in Japan. So make no mistake about it, this is going to be a gigantic set. Now, we are told that there are going to be 18 Vs and 15 V Maxes. There's not much we can do with that at the moment. Now, I can tell you that if we take all 8 of the Evolutions, that makes 8. But I can't tell you how many V Maxes are going to be in Sword and Shield 7 in Japan. We don't know, to be blunt. Now, generally speaking, Japanese sets have 4 V Maxes. There were 4 in Eevee Heroes, and both of the double sets that made up Sword and Shield 6 had 4 V Maxes in. So that makes it likely, and I say likely, I do not in any way, shape, or form mean guaranteed, that there will actually be 16 V Maxes between the 2 Sword and Shield 7 sets in Japan and the 8 Eevees. What that means is there is a V Max which is being cut. Assuming there are 4 in each of Skyscraping Perfect and Blue Sky Stream, which That is generally how it tends to go. That is a very, very fair and obvious prediction. So there's going to be a VMAX that gets cut from this set. There is, I don't think, much chance it's an evolution, because they literally said, appear in a full rainbow. So that is something to bear in mind. Dragon-type Pokemon return with a new look. We knew that already. More single strike and rapid strike cards. Well, we knew that already. I mean, I showed you Duraludon is a single strike and Rayquaza is a rapid strike. So we know they're staying around. 24 new trainer cards and a new special energy card, which we don't need to spend any time talking about really in terms of what it could be, because we know that there was treasure energy in Eevee Heroes. That's the one, if you draw it as a face-down prize card, you can attach it to one of your Pokemon. We don't need to think about whether it's there. We now know that Eevee Heroes is going to be in Evolving Skies. We know that there is treasure energy in Eevee Heroes, so it is overwhelmingly likely that treasure energy is that one special energy. Now, if we go a little bit further, because I know this is a question that I've wanted to know and a bunch of people have asked me about, I'm not saying there isn't, but I'm saying it is very unlikely that we'll get Double Dragon Energy as a reprint in Sword and Shield 7 in Japan. We've not seen much of those two sets, that double set, at all, but it says a new special energy. That means only one. And we've got treasure energy. Maybe they don't count Double Dragon, but I think that's probably signaling to us that we're not going to be getting it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we are given information about the Elite Trainer Box here. Basically, it is exactly the same as you would expect from Elite Trainer Boxes, except we are told that the sleeves feature Eevees Evolutions. I.e., there's always a theme to the Elite Trainer Boxes. The Elite Trainer Box here is going to be themed after the Evolutions, which incidentally is probably going to make it a very popular one, but I do think it is very fair to point out there's not going to be a promo card. Evolving Skies isn't a special set, so it's just going to be some cool sleeves, which might be enough. You know, some of you are going to love that, but there's going to be nothing more than that. Like I've said, well, this information coming out today, and Thursday being the announcement day in the US. In Japan, it's Friday. In the US, it's Thursday. It is very likely that I'm going to be back literally tomorrow with images of the Elite Trainer Box and booster packs, and actually able to show you some of these products, give you a bit more information, a bit more context. For now, this is what we know, and this is a lot. Confirmation that it is the free Japanese sets we should have been expecting. Confirmation that the Eevees are in there. Although, like I've said, that really... Come on, it's Sword and Shield 7. Eevee Heroes was Sword and Shield 6A, and they literally called the set Evolving Skies. They did everything they could to tell us that the Eevees were going to be in the set. But we know it's going to be all the Eevees, not just the 4 that were in Eevee Heroes, and that's pretty big. We know that one of the 8 VMAXs we're going to see from Sword and Shield 7, assuming they do what they always do, is going to be cut from this set already. That's kind of weird. We can pretty much know that Double Dragon Energy isn't coming back, and that actually there's no new special energy to see from this new set over in Japan. We know a lot. There is still plenty more to know. For all those people that said, and this was one of the prevailing arguments I heard, they wouldn't put the Eevees and Rayquaza in the same set. That would make the set too hype. Oh, yes, they would, ladies and gentlemen. And they are. So when you see how popular some of these sets have been recently, now let's go and remember that the new set is going to have all 8 Evolutions and Rayquaza. Try and imagine how popular this set is going to be. It's going to be nuts. And I am in for it, ladies and gentlemen. I am in for it. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.